Forest TV. How's everybody going? Hope everybody's really looking forward to the big match on Sunday, Forest against West Ham at home, and buzzing for this game, which I'm sure everybody is. First Premier League game at the City Ground in 23 years, and I expect it to be a very different game to the first game of the season. I think the first game of the season was always going to be really difficult for Forest. Away at Newcastle, who I think have got like one of the top three records in the Premier League in the calendar year 2022, and always going to be an incredibly difficult game against a side of that quality, playing their first game of the season in front of a big crowd. Forest's first game in the Premier League, debuts for lots of players. Excuse me. A lot of new players in the side, still not the final side. And let's not forget the season starting earlier and earlier these days. Like season starting in July is just absolutely ridiculous. So I think the players have not had a lot of time to work with Steve Cooper, work with each other. I'm not going to say to gel, because it seems to be this magic thing that we expect players will suddenly gel, and nobody really knows what it means. But I think it's just always going to be a tough game, and players didn't play great, but we're stubborn, and excuse me, we're stubborn, and Newcastle found it difficult to break us down, and but I think it's going to be a very, very different Nottingham Forest that we'll see at the City Ground. The fans are going to be, the atmosphere is going to be incredible. Fans are really going to get behind the team, really lift the team, onus on Forest to attack. I think it should be a really exciting game. I think West Ham are a good side, but David Moyes is really, really critical of his side during pre-season and before the season started, and they've got some really good players. Be really good to see Antonio back at the City Ground. I think loved him as a Forest player. I think he was probably at that point the nearest we'd had to Stan Collymore at the City Ground for a long time, and there's quite a lot of games I remember him making fantastic runs and banging the ball in from outside the box. So I think he'll get a really good reception. I think he's a good lad, he's a good player, he's a good human being, and I think he'll get a good reception. But I hope we beat them, obviously. And I think that Forest will get a win on Sunday. I think Tyro will start up front, and I think we'll really see what he's about, and I think we'll be playing balls in, crosses to him, balls through the lines to him. I expect to see a really good game from Brennan Johnson, from Nico Williams, from Jesse Lingard, not only because they're all in my fantasy team, and I am going to stick with 3 Forest players in my fantasy team no matter what, but I think this is the opportunity for them to really shine. I think a lot of the negativity around after the Newcastle game is massive overreaction, and also I think Forest will have a bit of point to prove. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for Forest. Brennan Johnson and Tyro getting the goals, and a reversal of any meltdowns on Twitter, because I think we'll be actually reflecting on what a difficult game the Newcastle game was, and what a good performance we've had against West Ham. But you know what? If it's not a good performance, we don't win. It's not a time to panic. It's not a time to be making silly statements like I've seen some fans making on Twitter, and also to trust in the process, to remain sensible about the fact that it was inevitable that Forest were going to make so many signings, and whatever division we're in after last season, with so many players leaving the football club, and in order for Forest to even be like competing at the level that Fulham and Bournemouth were even before being in the Premier League, had to buy a load of new players. And I think anybody that's believing silly comments by people like Simon Cox, Darren Huckabee, even some idiots on Talksport, Simon Jordan, those sorts of idiots. Actually, best thing they could do is watch some of the videos of what Gary Neville said about Forest transfer business, where he's just hit the nail spot on that Forest just had to do that. Forest have, you know, have had championship players that have overperformed and lost a lot of players, whereas the likes of Fulham and Bournemouth were getting promoted with Premiership players. But anyway, it'll be a great occasion. Enjoy it. Enjoy it, everybody. Enjoy the season. Enjoy the ups and downs. Enjoy people talking about Forest, whether they're talking nonsense or whether they're being bang on about what they say. Enjoy the day. Buy your third kit. Have a great day. Sitting ground, I think, is going to be sparkling with all the work they've done on it. Enjoy seeing each other again after that amazing couple of weeks in the playoffs and the final. And just embrace it, man. Embrace it and let's do it. Let's enjoy it. Let's love it. You Reds.